Yeah, what up? This your man's T3 Slum Village right here with my man.
Young God J, what up?
We right here, and right now you watching the Drama Queen
on Miss Drama TV.
Yeah, keep it locked. Deuces.
1987 Slum, my nigga the trio, super dynamite MCs from the mall. Baktin, 3 and my nigga Dilla. A time when we had to spread love on the.
It's your one and only Drama Queen, of course. We're here with Slum Village. RJ is also in the midst of all this. So much going on.
Yeah.
What up?
Right?
I'm excited.
Very excited. Very big situation. We've been talking about this album. I think for many people who have been following you have been talking about this album in the sense that it could be, maybe, who knows, considered the last one, right?
Yes.
Yes. And it's also a memorial type of reunion.
Yep,
album. So, you know, that holds a lot of weight. It's supposed to be dropping the 27th, if I'm correct.
Yes, next Tuesday.
Okay. Now, it dropping the 27th, the actual passing of, you know, Baktin was the 31st. Is there a particular reason why you dropped it on the 27th and not the 31st, since it would be the 1 year anniversary?
I didn't even think about that until some people reminded me about it. But dang, I don't know, man. That's deep, though. That is
deep.
I mean, that is deep. And man, I'm really, you know, emotional when it comes to Baktin. You know what I'm saying? Because I really wanted him to be here to see this album come out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be tough. You know, it's gonna be tough.
Okay. Now let's get a little bit into that. Talk about incorporating not only him but as well as J-Dilla, because we had some recordings from him that were also going to be featured on the upcoming album. Right. Was it difficult to incorporate them, or was that already set when you were in the recording process as far as incorporating the two of them?
Well, Baktin had already recorded to the whole album. You know, only thing we did was just change some of the beats to make sure that they was all the way right after he passed. And Dilla already had tracks that we had, and we just kind of pieced it together and put it together. It actually fell together easier than we thought it was going to be, you know. True. Just God's grace, I guess.
Now, talk about the feel of this album. I mean, when somebody, you know, hears the word memorial or reunion, they feel, okay, this is going to be a sentimental type of thing, you know, or are we going to hear something that's going to make me, you know, emotional, you know, I mean, but at the same time, knowing, following your music, I mean, you have some bangers, you have some ballads too. Right. What is the feel of this album coming from you, and then also remembering back into that time of bringing all of them together?
Well, basically, this album is like all the sections of Slum Village. So, you got the original trio, me, J-Dilla and Baktin on some songs. You got me, emcee, and Baktin, which is the other part of Slum Village. Then you got Slum Village, which is me and emcee. And then you got the possible future of Slum Village, which is Illa J. Right. So you got all the spectrums of Slum on the album, and the feel is that you're getting like a piece of all our albums in one. And I feel like if this is gonna be the final chapter, then I'm happy with this being the final chapter because we've covered the whole spectrum of Slum Village.
Right.
We got the girl joints, we got the hard joints, we got the more creative joints. So I mean, I feel like, you know, it's a great way to end this chapter. And the only reason why I say that this might be the last album is because, like I said, the members passed away, and I just don't know where to go from here. It's like, you know, it's just me and L, you know, and incorporating Illa J as well. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I, you know, it's just up in the air.
It's tough. It's definitely very tough.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, reading a little bit of kind of, you know, interviews that you've done, you mentioned that if the response is overwhelming enough, if people are that much into us doing something again, there may be the possibility. Now let's talk about that possibility. Let's say there is that overwhelming, you know, desire for people to have, where do we go from here? Is it still Slum Village? Is it Village on the horizon? I mean, is it, you know, we have made it Village? I mean, we're
I don't know if it is an overwhelming response.
You got to think about that. I mean,
I have to think about that, but I haven't really thought about it right now. That's not a factor. It's just it's solo stuff after this, and you know, keeping the music going.
Illa J has definitely been one of the MCs that you guys have been, you know, embracing. Right. Do you feel like he's the one to take on next for the I guess the Detroit area, or just overall an MC up and coming? Do you look at him as a future?
I look at him as he is a great artist. Number one, is like people expecting him to be his brother. I think Illa J is coming into his own light. I think people need to just look at him as Illa J. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Illa J is a dope artist. He also plays keys. He also sings.
Plays bass.
Plays bass. I mean, Illa J is gonna be a force to be reckoned with, but he's still working on his craft. He's still getting it together, and I want to help coach him do that, and so does Young Jay. So it's just gonna take some time, but I feel like, you know, when it's time, I'm not gonna say he the next one, but he's definitely gonna be one of those top contenders. You know what I'm saying? Because just on his work ethic and how he does stuff and his passion for the music, I think, you know.
Man, he's a necessary piece to the puzzle. I don't think it's just one guy that's next. I think it's going to be a movement of younger guys from Detroit. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's going to
Can you name some of those other guys that we can be looking out for?
Majestic Legend. You got Danny Brown. You got Illa J. You know, you got myself. You got Black Milk. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people pushing, you know what I'm saying, that next generation into the forefront for Detroit. Okay.
Now, talking about Detroit, okay, we definitely, you know, be very remiss of me not to even mention, you know, one of the hometown heroes, Eminem. Were you surprised by the you know, he went platinum. I mean, that's what everybody's been talking about a lot. Right. Is that to be expected of him? Do you feel like that was a surprise still to this date, or
no? Hey, it's Eminem. What are you saying? That's the Rap Elvis. Yeah, I ain't not gonna sell. It's impossible. Not only that, the guy's talented, and I am a fan of Eminem. But no, I'm not surprised. No, okay. No,
you're not surprised.
Nah.
I thought he did it in a week. I thought he would have did it sooner than he did actually, but.
Okay. Now, you know, you mentioned some of the up and comers, and you know, to that degree, talk about just the evolution of hip hop, if you can, with me for a little bit. Right. You've obviously been in the game for, you know, your time. You've put in your work. You've had your credits. Right. Do you like where hip hop is at this point? I mean, just looking at the perspective, someone who is essentially, and I say this lightly, retiring perhaps from the game. Right. Do you feel, okay, you know what, I'm going to let the quote-unquote newbies or those who are here now handle this business? Are you coming back like Jordan maybe saying, hey, I got to get that one last three-pointer in the mix?
This is what I'm saying, though. This is what I'm saying to a lot of young cats. It's that I see them coming up, but they not all the way up, though. You know what I see them coming up, but they're not up. It's just the same reason why, you know, you got Jay-Z around. I mean, yeah, Jay-Z is fresh. I hear these new cats, but most of them, they still can't mess with the old man. When you gonna beat this old man? It's like, for the most part, it's like, you know, I gotta give you your prize. You know, certain guys, I gotta give a shout out to Drake. Drake doing his thing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's a younger dude.
How about Jay's? I don't want to call him. Yeah, J. Cole. He's
J. Cole. I think J. Cole is a dope lyricist, but it's gonna take some time. Okay. It's seeming like it's taking some time right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a dope lyric, but that's just me personally. But what I'm saying is, Jay is still killing it. I don't know. You gotta really step your game up, and I feel like Slum's still killing it. So if you want the Slum, you gotta kill what we doing. If you don't kill what I do, then why should I stop?
Right. and talking.
Right. I just feel like with hip hop, you know, there's not enough diversity. Either everybody want to follow the pattern of what Drake is doing, or you want to follow the pattern of what Slum doing. Ain't nobody creating their own path. Like when Wu-Tang came out, they had their own sound, their own crew, and, you know, they ate together and they made it happen. A lot of people just following the trends, and, you know, that's what I see is hurting hip-hop right now.
Step, you're humbling by 10, nigga, with the fork in my in his beach, bro. Motherfucker, you don't know, you was about to be your minutes for legions of devils, bro. It started when I said, maybe I'm Christ on the track, everybody panic. Yo, this nigga must